Fucking hit his head on the fucking chair.
Ha ha. Dumbass. Dumbass.
Thanks.
And yes, I just went live on YouTube as well.
You know what? Yeah.
2 for flinching.
We're gonna have them over here, so this area is the what needs to be picked up.
All right.
Oh, that's what was doing it. Okay, I'm like, what in the hell?
Area.
Well, let me know when you're going to do that so I can mute the mic.
Yeah, well, we gotta get it picked up first.
Well, no, I know that.
This is Rick headphone users.
You know, I don't want no rip headphone users today.
Best avoid that.
Yeah. And then we're going to have to, and it's almost time for Gizzy's and Luca's dinner anyways.
Kizzy, do you want this? Which one do you want? Big piece or little piece? Little piece? Or you want big piece? She's like, okay.
You know, I thought I brought my, oh, I did. Okay. YouTube's been acting up recently. It says that I have 0 watching. Here, have 0 people watching. All right.
It do be doing that sometimes. Scary.
Take everything up over here.
Looks like, what are you doing?
Yo, what's up, Underground Thomas? What's up, Savage? No. We just started the live stream. We just started.
Or they think they missed something?
Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I haven't brought them out just yet.
No, we're making it kitten-proof first, guys.
Yep. Because the camera... oh, yeah, babe.
What's up? Do you need to get up?
Negative. What I would like you to do, though, if you do not mind,
What?
set this out there not too far, because we're going to be moving the camera down here in a little bit.
So is right where it's at right now good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That should be all right.
I know they're not going to get over here, but
Just
who
in
knows?
case.
You know, the wires should keep them away.
Quite discouraged.
Ah, and a pillow. Yes, a pillow. Good thing.
Hold on.
What's up? Giant wall.
Hold on.
I'm waiting. When you're done, distribute it to these 2 fingers, okay?
Busy. No, everything over there right now.
David, I'm going to need you to move. No, as in like fully move, because that's where the kittens are going to be at.
Yeah, on this white sheet, you need to spread out a bit.
Underground, so you're raising them all together? Yeah, of course.
I'm borrowing your sandals for a second because I'm too lazy to put my...
Don't put on her sandals, please. Those are brand new.
You have slip-ons.
Yeah.
I'm thinking put that end under the dog food, this end under this bin, the chair at one end, and then something else on this end, so that it sort of creates a little
Yep, that's the gizzers.
That's a gizzy butt. Gizzy butt, gizzy face, and gizzy butt. Watch out, Giz. Oh, Gizzy's Luca's just like, oh no.
Come on,
The
Luca.
monsters are awake.
Come on, Luca. 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 Gizmo, up here. Up here.
Now, I just need to find something for this edge to sit.
Yeah, it's called my longboard. Gizmo.
She's laying down. Oh, she's kissing them.
They're very scared. Because they don't know what to do.
Oh.
No, let's see what she does.
Where's Luca in all this?
In the box.
Of course.
Should I take her out of the box?
Luca, come here.
Put her over there.
I would slap his cat tail.
Lots of fur.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
All that needs to be shaken out and refluffed. Getting them some out of the box. Oh, Luca's like, okay, Gizzy's got them.
Gizmo needs to move.
Gizzy move.
You're blocking the camera. Oh, and she said no.
Luca, your kittens are fine.
Up on the bed. Luca. Luca. We're having some out of the box time. They're okay.
Where is she taking Callie?
Back to the bathroom.
She doesn't want them out just yet.
Hold on. Where did Luca go to the bathroom?
Yes, and I'm holding Gizzy.
Luca.
Garfield's just out here chilling.
Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Socks is like, well, I guess this is
Your
cute.
babies are getting some outside of the box time, sweetheart. Let them roam.
She's like, they're too little. Which one is that?
That's Luca.
Oh, no. Garfield, socks, stay in.
I
Stay
told
in
you
the border.
Garfield was going to be the rambunctious one.
Stay in the border.
David, can you take those outside and shake them out, please?
Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Can they see the kittens okay?
Yeah, they can see the kittens, all right.
Luca.
Okay, hold on. Let me catch up.
Luca, they're fine.
So you're raising them all together. Yes. Rocky Mountain. Hey, how's your corner of the world doing today? We're doing good. Underground Thomas. Oh my God, Mama is so cute.
No, Luca.
Little paws tucked. Hi, Reaper. You got little tuxedo kitties.
Hey.
Yes, we do. MJ says, what up, dude? Stoney says, everybody licking. Underground Thomas says, I love them. Stoney says, oh, this is the definition of cuteness. Can you overnight express a couple to me like a clone?
Let them roam a bit.
These little kittens are maybe only 2 weeks old right now. Babe, camera focus again. No, the focus.
Is it focusing at all?
No, it's not. Babe, stop.
Okay.
Raise camera up slightly. Okay. Take your hand, put it in front of the camera, and move it backwards. You're not listening to me. Backwards towards the kittens.
I am doing this.
No, you're not.
I've got a hold of Gizzy. It's kind of hard reaching over a dog and doing the camera shit. I'm doing the best I can.
Oh, I get Luca's grabbing Garfield again. Luca.
Now Garfield's complaining like, Mom, stop it.
Garfield's like, leave us be, Mom. We're snoring.
This was relatively fine. The other two have to be washed to get that far out. How stuck on it is.
You're okay. Your babies are okay. Don't worry.
So,
They're not squeaking for you, Luca.
So back in here or
yes. Yep. Luca, they are fine.
Whoop. See? They're doing just fine. They're just chilling.
I set box right here.
David, I need you to come and take Gizzy.
Okay.
What?
Come over by the bathroom and get in Luca's way. I'm sorry. Seriously, I know the carpet smells weird. You gotta go that way. Aww. Aww.
Yeah.
Callie and Oreo are cuddling.
Hold on, Luca.
Garfield's just like, whoa, hey, who's got my tail? Oh, do you feel left out, little one?
They're probably a little cold, honestly.
There you go.
This is why they're bunched up together right now.
Cat pile.
And Oreo's just napping. He's like, well, this is a thing now.
Okay, babe.
Yes.
Take your hand, put it in front of the camera, and back it slowly towards the kittens. Don't raise it. No, it's not working. Grab like something that has a design on it.
Hold on, I'm looking.
No, stop. Get Luca, make sure that she doesn't grab any of her fucking kittens. Okay. When I tell you not to raise your hand, whenever I tell you to move it towards the kittens, to go down like this, not straight.
Look at she calmed down.
Yeah. She's probably scared at first. Because she doesn't want them being out and about just yet. But this is honestly the best way to do it. Luca.
If you want to feed them, go ahead and lay down. They can eat out here. Oh.
Hey, Dark Queen.
Hi, little one. Hi.
Gizzy.
Hi, Ori. Hi, Ori.
And socks.
This is socks?
Yes.
Hi, socks. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Checking out my toe. And they get to learn how to follow you, Luca.
Gizmo! We were doing so well until just then.
Dark Queen says, hi, Reaper and Mrs. Reaper. How's y'all?
Hi.
They're fine, Luca.
Hold on. Don't.
Well, they haven't gotten their full legs yet. She's like, I don't know.
Nope. I mean, this is the best way for them to practice. Honestly.
Yeah. Luca's a little bit worried. She's a little bit pissed at us, but
That's obvious.
oh, it looks like Oreo likes me. Mom,
And Garfield's just like, meh, whatever.
Mom. She's like, no, this one wants. She was crying for Mom. If Kelly wants to go back to the box, let Kelly go back to the box. She's the runt. The other ones are fine. They're not sure what to do with the band.
Oh, wait, she's taking it to the wrong side of the closet.
Oh.
Nope, she's getting turned around.
Hi.
Oh,
How are you?
I heard that Gizzy's fur on my arm.
Oh, where are you going, Garfield? Look at her.
Back in box?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
The other ones aren't squeaking for her. The only one that was Callie.
The smallest and probably cold. I want to go back to the box where it was warm.
Oh, Oreo, babe.
What's up?
Garfield's needing company. Oreo seems fine.
Gizzy.
Just
Gizzy.
exploring. And as you can see, Socks decided it needed to come in.
Gizzy.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Hey.
Now I can't pop her on the chest without risking my grip and losing completely.
Oh,
You're saying that's the only reason
Sure.
I haven't been
You want to
smacked.
go back to your brother or sister?
Stop it.
can you go and check on Callie?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Okay. Now maybe she can get some extra food. Yeah. Ah, that's why Mom keeps trying to take Callie.
Why?
Callie's getting actual food.
Ah, so she's not. So
Yeah, because we
Okay.
weren't
Those
letting her
three
take Callie. She was going to take Garfield and let him eat.
Ah, okay.
So she's in there. She laid right down and just went, here.
And Callie's eating?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Well, she is the runt of the litter, and I think
Ah.
Mama knows that.
She needs more attention.
Stop.
Gizmo, I'm about ready to put on your fucking harness. You need to go ahead and let her go. She's
Gentle. Yes, gentles. They're gravitating towards Kitty.
Because they recognize her from birth.
Okay, Garfield, I'm going to use you for a step so if I can get up that far. Hold still. Hi. Hi. I'm sorry, but who are you? You are so damn cute. Hi. Well, they are a little bit cold. Should we put them on my nice blanket? My soft blanket?
I guess that wouldn't hurt.
They might blend in.
no.
Here, put it on
The only one
light
that
side.
even potentially blend in is Garfield here.
That might help a bit. You
I
know.
just wander off my hand.
Oh, face plant to the fluffy.
And Garfield's just kind of staying on my hand, like, okay, this is a thing.
Sit.
Hi.
Sit.
Hi.
Sit down. Thank you. You good girl. You good girl.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah, David, would you go help and put her harness on so that we can control her better?
Yeah. So what the hell is it? Stepping over you.
What you doing? What? Did she get enough food? Yeah? No. They're fine.
How did it go?
They're fine, Luca. They're fine. They're fine, sweetie.
Where's her harness?
No, Luke, she goes taking Garfield away.
Where?
David, where'd you put her harness?
Just go
I
ahead
don't-
and take the other.
I don't remember.
Is it under your jacket at all, or?
No, I already moved my jacket.
You think they've had?
You need to listen.
So,
Go check on the couch.
excuse me. Oh, yep, here it is.
Turn the leash off.
They're playing. They're playing. It's taking away from me. No. Back up. This camera needs off. I'll raise you to the first human.
8 people watching, 3 thumbs up. Smash that thumbs, ladies and gentlemen.
Garfield's still being rambunctious.
Yeah. Callie, calm down. Look at these two. They're perfectly fine. Luca has not come out to try and get them.
Yeah.
Just Garfield and Callie.
Although Callie makes more sense being a runt, and honestly, Garfield also makes a lot of sense too, considering he was one of the first to try to escape this little area.
Yeah.
So she probably knows he's going to be running off.
And the fact that their eyes aren't fully developed just yet.
So they can see us, they just don't know what they're seeing.
Yes. Oh, here you go.
Welcome back, Rocky. But yeah, that one's Oreo. This one is Socks. What are you doing, sweetheart?
Responded better to a whistle now that she has her arms
Is
on.
Does he look gentle? Oh, she get a kid to kiss.
Man, this is just 2 of them. Oop.
Good job.
This is just the 2 of them. This one's Socks. But Luke ended up coming out and grabbing Garfield and
Callie.
Callie.
Callie because she's runt, and Garfield because he's being rambunctious.
Hey, I need a lighter.
Hold on. I gotta get over to my table.
You're here. You're okay. You're okay. Sit. Sit. Come here. Babe.
Yeah.
I need you to hold her.
I could have just done this. But
Zute.
oh, she's coming for one of them.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is, Rocky.
But
Get out of there.
I think she made one word.
Here, put and lean forward so Luke can come by and then hold kiss.
Where's the claws coming on my shirt? No socks, no.
She's like, you guys doing okay out here? Not sure. I think I'm gonna take you. Okay, come on.
Grab Socks.
Oh.
Here.
So the one she trusts the most is Oreo.
Probably the first one.
Gizmo!
Gizzy, come here. All right, well, kitten count is over.
Yeah. That wasn't Oreo technically one that was born first, or was it Callie?
It went.
It went Callie, Garfield, Socks and Oreo.
No, it went Callie, Oreo,
Garfield.
Socks, Garfield.
Garfield was born third.
Oh yeah.
No, I thought you meant them going into the.
No.
Luca
When they were
grabbing.
being
Yeah.
born.
The one thing I remember for certain is that Garfield was born third.
Just let me know when you want me to hand you the camera.
I do, actually.
Okay. Go for a ride. Sorry if it's a little bit shaky.
The kittens were born roughly 2 weeks ago.
On the 28th
On
of
the
April.
on the 28th of April is when the kittens were born.
They had to be born on the 28th of April.
We've had Luca for quite a while. Oh. Hey. Oh, that's all right. I hate my meds. Gizmo, really?
This is us.
Oh boy. But yeah, we're gonna start bringing the kittens out more often as well. Oh. The colonial pipeline restarts after hack. Oh my God. If it'll let you post a link, then yeah, sure. Either that or what you can do is you can email me and I can check it out later on. What in the? What in the world?
That's Israel firing missiles into northern Gaza as Hamas fires over 45 rockets aimed towards Jerusalem. This is according to new reporting now from the IDF, that's the Israeli Defense Force. It comes as tensions continue to ratchet up in the region following what has been a weeks-long new spate of military conflict. Trey Inks joins us now from Israel with details on the ground. Hi, Trey.
Certainly.
Chillin, good afternoon. This was a red line for Israel firing on Jerusalem earlier this evening. 7 rockets targeted the city, and dozens of rockets have targeted communities along the Gaza border here where we are standing. The past 30 minutes have been quiet, but the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, are
What's up,
preparing,
Sam? How you doing?
they say, for days of fighting along the Gaza border. We spoke earlier with sources inside Gaza who have confirmed that the Israelis are now responding with airstrikes inside the Gaza Strip. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, 9 Gazans have been killed, including 3 children, in this Israeli retaliation. How did we get here? That's the big question. Well, this week has been extremely tense. There were protests across Jerusalem that turned to riots. Early this morning, more than 300 Palestinians were injured at the Al-Aqsa Mosque as Israeli security forces stormed in. All of this related to 2 major issues having to do also the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood in Jerusalem. Those are very local and focused issues for this conflict. But as we have seen
definitely,
tonight,
Rocky. It's always good to see you.
Much larger situation. I want to give you some information that we're getting here from the Israeli military. They are calling this a severe assault on Israel. They say they hold Hamas, the group in control of Gaza, responsible, saying Hamas will bear the consequences. We also know, according to the Israeli defense spokesperson, that a Hamas military commander was targeted in some of this Israeli retaliation this hour. And this takes things to a different level inside Gaza because the factions there then say they need to respond. There are 2 big factions inside Gaza. One is Hamas and the other is Islamic Jihad. Both of them have fired rockets tonight into southern Israel and central Israel. In the past, the last major round only focused on Islamic Jihad. So the fact that Hamas is getting involved in the fight means that this is turning into a serious conflict for the region. And as you can see behind me, police have blocked off roads leading to the Gaza border itself. We're just about a mile away from the border, and there are bomb shelters opened all.
Wow.
Crypto.com Visa card. A
That's
metal
fucking
card.
intense.
Powered by crypto.
Tonight in Tel Aviv, images that change everything in an escalation that has already spiraled so fast. Israel's missile defense systems lighting up the sky as they try to intercept incoming Hamas rockets. 130 of them were fired from Gaza in one barrage. Flights at the international airport were urgently suspended and diverted. Hamas said it was a specific target. And on the streets, injured Israelis, which, for Israel, will move this conflict onto a different level. The earlier Israeli assault on Gaza, which prompted the Hamas retaliation, had been relentless. And for those who are not the targets, but who are so often the victims, it is terrifying. With the weight of the Israeli Air Force on top of them, there is nowhere safe to run. Locals filmed the moment a 13-story building collapsed. It's not clear how many people were in it at the time. It is a residential block. The Israelis had earlier said that they were targeting militants in their homes. The number confirmed to have died through the day and the night before continues to rise. Children too. Here, a mother and her son are buried. They're from a refugee camp. Most in Gaza are refugees. And in one of the hospitals, agony and defiance. This man vows revenge for the death of his comrade, a member of Hamas's Jerusalem brigade. On the Israeli side of the fence, which locks Gaza off, in the city of Ashkelon, the air raid sirens sounded through the day. In the skies, the trails of Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system. It shot down most of the Hamas rockets. The Israeli communities here are used to attacks from Gaza, but not this many in just a few hours. This is the third time it's happened since we've been here. You hear the wail of the sirens, and then moments later, sometimes the thud of the rockets as they come in. From Gaza, there have been scores of rockets over the course of the past few hours, most of them hitting here around this town.
Wow.
A mile away, the home of an elderly lady and her carer. They both died, unable to get to the shelter in time. The Israeli Defense Forces spokesman was here, keen to show us what Israel faces from Hamas. No one can look at this and see anything other than a tragedy that has happened here. But the images that are coming out of Gaza are truly horrific. It seems that what Israel is doing in Gaza is totally disproportionate to what is happening here.
I would beg to differ. I think that what we are doing are specific strikes against military targets inside Gaza that are part of the Hamas and the Islamic Jihad's military infrastructure.
We watched the Iron Dome intercept some of them as they flew north. Let's go in. Come on, Mohammed. Hamas claims to be the defender of the Palestinian cause, striking their occupier. Israel will strike back harder still, and the diplomacy to break this cycle isn't there.
Whoa.
Right now, get 49%
What's up, Big White? How you doing?
Carry out from 4 to 9. Order online with Domino's Carside Delivery. We begin in the Middle East, where both Israeli forces and Palestinian
Doing good,
resistance
just
have stepped up their attacks.
watching the stuff about the Israel conflict.
Is now warning of the risk of full-scale war. And here's a look at the intensity of the violence. An entire tower block flattened by Israeli airstrikes in Gaza. At least 35 people have been killed there. And Israel says Hamas has fired more than 1,000 rockets since Monday, killing at least 5 Israelis. The UN Security Council is set to hold an urgent meeting on Wednesday over the unrest.
Sirens fill the night sky over Tel Aviv. From their rooftops, terrified residents watch the missiles descend on their city. Israel's famed Iron Dome defense system overwhelmed by the sheer number of rockets launched by Hamas from Gaza. Israel's prime minister pledged revenge. Hamas and Islamic Jihad have paid, and I tell you, they will pay a very heavy price for their aggression. I say here tonight, their blood be on their heads.
Yeah, that's all my stuff.
Israeli airstrikes have been pounding Gaza.
Huh?
Here, a building housing Hamas officials is filled by Israeli bombs. Neither side is willing to back down. If Israel wants to escalate, we're ready for it. And if it wants to stop, we're also ready. If they want to remove their hand over Jerusalem, we're ready. Despite Israel's sophisticated defenses, Hamas's primitive missiles are more than a mere nuisance. They've taken lives and destroyed property. But Israeli airstrikes have extracted a much heavier toll on Gaza's population. A final goodbye as these relatives bury their loved ones. The U.S. has taken the lead in calling for a peaceful resolution to the crisis.
We are deeply concerned about the escalation between Israel and those launching rockets from Gaza, and we call for restraint and for calm. Israel has the right to defend itself and to respond to rocket attacks. The Palestinian people also have the right to safety and security.
But in such a tense situation, the right to safety and security for all sides remains an elusive goal.
Let's cross straight over to our Jerusalem correspondent, Tanya Kramer. Tanya, tell us more about those Israeli airstrikes in Gaza and the rocket attacks on Israel. What's been happening?
Well, as we've seen in the report, it has been definitely a very but also for the Israeli residents under, the rocket attacks. Now, there has been a very dense air bombardment from the Israeli military overnight, and especially also in the early morning hours on Gaza. We understand that 2 residential high-rise buildings in Gaza were targeted, but also many institutional buildings like police stations in Gaza were damaged or destroyed. The destruction there is still assessed according to local sources in Gaza.
They're doing good.
At the same time,
I woke up this morning.
Last night, also a major escalation by Hamas
the news about
and
the Israeli
Islamic Jihad
airstrikes
by launching rockets towards the center of Israel, including Tel Aviv. According to the Israeli army, over 1,000 rockets have been launched towards Israel, and the army says they have targeted over 500 sites in the past day and a half of these hostilities. But of course, those numbers are changing by the minute.
Now, Tanya, there's also growing tension between Arab Israelis and Jews on the ground in Israel. How serious is that?
Well, that's right. We've seen already a lot of protests here in the past weeks
Close the door all the
in
way.
mixed cities, or especially towns with an Arab-Israeli or Arab-Palestinian communities over the issues related to East Jerusalem, namely the pending eviction of Palestinian families in a Palestinian neighborhood in East Jerusalem. But the particular focus right now is on the city of Lod, where we've seen a lot of violence between some members of the Arab community there and Israeli police, and also between residents of the two communities living in the city, and that has been fueled by the shooting of a young man on Monday night from the Arab community by a Jewish resident. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has now declared the city in a state of emergency and has ordered reinforcements in the city to restore calm, as he said.
Okay, well, with all that happening, the UN, as we mentioned, is warning a full-scale war could break out. What efforts are being made to prevent that?
Well, we have heard a lot of statements now also by the United Nations and the international community calling for the de-escalation. It is unclear at the moment whether both sides have an interest now at this particular time to de-escalate. What happens usually, what we've seen in previous round, at least behind the scenes mediation efforts, usually going on between brokered by actors like Egypt, Qatar, and the United Nations and others, trying to mediate between the militant factions in Gaza and Israel. But at the moment, it's not clear whether this is happening and what kind of political maneuvering, what space is there to end those hostilities at that particular point now in time.
Tanya, thank you. That was DW's Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem.
They good?
Yeah.
I was making so much money with DoorDash. I wanted to earn money in
I
my
don't
free
care
time.
how much money you
but
were
I didn't
making
want
with
to go out and get
DoorDash.
a boring 9 to 5. That's when I found out how much.
Fake laughing at work is mentally exhausting. Please leave me the fuck alone.
There are always two ways to look at something, always two sides to every story. And you need to hear both before arriving at a conclusion. But when each side claims to be right, when each side claims to be the victim, who does one really believe? This is a question the world faces today, as the streets of Jerusalem and Gaza echo with sounds of gunfire and warning sirens. The clashes which began weeks ago are showing no signs of
I
abating.
need to actually edit my
On
video.
one side are the Palestinians who claim to be fighting for their land. On the other side is Israel, which claims to be only protecting itself from Palestinian aggression. The story is more complex than what meets the eye. This is not just a clash between a few protesters and the Israeli military continues. On Monday night, more than 300 rockets were fired from Gaza towards Israel. Most of them were intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome system. The Iron Dome is an all-weather air defense system. It is designed to counter short-range rockets and artillery shells, and it operates day and night. Even in bad weather, it can reportedly respond to multiple threats simultaneously. So this Iron Dome intercepted most of the rockets that flew from Gaza, but not all of them. 2 Israelis are said to have died in the attacks. According to Reuters, both victims were women. The images have emerged now. They show paramedics rushing bodies of those injured in the attack to a nearby hospital. Several other Israeli locals, most of them old, were also injured in the attack.
We're standing in Ashkelon, a city in southern Israel. The house behind me was hit by a rocket overnight fired from Gaza by terrorists. It is one of more than 300 rockets fired from Gaza at Israel. Fortunately, more than 90% of rockets have been intercepted by the Iron Dome, but unfortunately, one got through and caused light injuries in Israel.
Now, in response, Israeli forces launched airstrikes on Gaza. A total of 150 rockets are said to have been fired. The Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry says 25 people, including 9 children, died in the strikes. 108 others were reportedly wounded.
Yeah, this is real time.
Suffering is the same
I
on
mean,
both sides.
not
Similar
real
visuals have
time,
emerged
but
from Gaza. They show women and children crying and running for cover.
this is
They show
happening,
people rushing for medical supplies.
you know, every day
Among
right
the
now as
children
we
who
speak.
died
This was
an
updated or
11-year-old
uploaded
boy.
a day ago.
Hundreds of mourners attended his funeral.
Makes it easier to clean.
Why did you kill him? They killed.
Yeah, Palestinians report several killed in Israel air raids on Gaza.
We begin with the latest escalation in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Gaza's health ministry says that 9 people have been killed. Calm now appears to be prevailing for the moment. This a live shot from Gaza. Earlier, Hamas fired a barrage of rockets from the Strip. They were launched in response to what the group called Israeli aggression in the Al-Aqsa compound. Israel is hitting targets across Gaza with artillery. Earlier, the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, Islam's third holiest site, was the scene of a violent Israeli crackdown. These pictures are from inside the mosque. Israeli forces firing rubber-coated steel bullets, tear gas and sound bombs at Palestinian worshippers. And that's the second time that Israeli forces have stormed the mosque since last week. And these pictures are from in and around the compound which houses the mosque. Israeli security forces targeted Palestinian protesters who were standing guard. The latest numbers from the Palestinian Red Cross are that more than 330 people have been injured. Speaking earlier, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised the security forces for supporting what he called a just struggle and upholding law and order.
A struggle is taking place in the heart of Jerusalem. This is not a new struggle. This is a struggle between intolerance and tolerance, between law-breaking and violence and law and order. The struggle is not new, because it has transpired over Jerusalem and the heart of Jerusalem for centuries. Since the rise of the monotheistic religions, for years, one side ruled and excluded the two others. And sometimes they changed, and the same thing happened. You can say that in the long history of Jerusalem, only under Israeli sovereignty since 1967, we are witnessing a continuous, stable, secure period in which we are working to ensure freedom of worship and tolerance for all.
Meanwhile, organizers of an Israeli march to commemorate the 1967 occupation of East Jerusalem have cancelled their rally. There have, however, been smaller groups of settlers and right-wing activists gathering on the streets, but the main march involving thousands of people has been called off. Al Jazeera's Nida Ibrahim is live in Ramallah for us in the occupied West Bank, but first, let's speak with Harry Fawcett, who's outside the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. Harry, a lot for you to draw together for us here. Let's start with 6 o'clock local time when, as you were on air raid sirens began to sound there in central Israel.
This hurts.
Well, that's right. And then if we wind the clock back a little bit before that, there was a warning from Hamas's military wing that if Israel did not withdraw its forces from the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, known as the Temple Mount to Jews, if it didn't withdraw
What is it?
from Sheikh Jarrah, the neighborhood in East Jerusalem at the center of this eviction dispute, if it didn't release the people it had detained during the course of the day, then come 6 o'clock local time.
Just the entire world is under unrest right now, and I think we just all need to fucking smoke a joint. Yeah, there's a lot that I need to watch on here. Oh God, do I want to watch this? Yeah, why not?
tonight. Happy Friday. So what would happen if you gave a group of angry, ignorant ideologues, the same people who tell you that all lives don't matter, what would happen if you gave them the keys to the U.S. economy? We don't need to guess about that. We are finding out now because all around us, there are signs that under this White House, things are getting dangerously flaky in our economy. Here's one example. The official government jobs numbers came out today. Unemployment is up, far higher than expected. Close to 14 million Americans say they want to work but cannot find a job. That's an old story. Here's the new twist. At the very moment that unemployment is rising, fewer people are working, American businesses say they can't find employees. And it's obvious they can't. Go to the nearest strip mall and count the help wanted signs on the doors. They're everywhere. Restaurants are closing because they can't find anyone to hire, so are manufacturing plants. That means America now has far too many workers, but simultaneously far too few workers. How can that be? Another question. What happened to all the consumer products? Many of the things that you buy and need to buy are more expensive than they've ever been. Inflation is real, it's galloping. Yet at the same time, a lot of products seem to have gone missing completely. The United States is currently experiencing shortages of chicken, generators, roofing materials, lumber, ketchup, bicycles, diapers, ammunition, automobiles, plastics, appliances, chlorine, pork, propane tanks, among many other things. Keep in mind, this is peacetime. We haven't mobilized for a foreign war. Yet we're now getting reports that we should brace for a gas shortage this summer. Why is this all happening?
Oh no, a gas shortage this summer.
In the economy. That's what they're telling us on television.
This week, there were more signs that the U.S. economy is roaring back to life, and they come as President Biden is proposing trillions of dollars in new government spending.
It's really good news. This week, we found out that in the first quarter of this year, the economy expanded at a 6.4% annualized rate. That is huge.
Could we see a great economy and a lousy return for the stock market?
Becky, I think the good news for everybody is that we're actually probably going to see both, that we're going to continue to see a strong economy, and we also are set up actually for some great equity market returns here.
There's an awful lot of lying in financial journalism. No one ever says that, but it's self-evident. But they're telling us things are great. Why are they telling us that? Well, because the stock market.
Yeah, that's about the price of our gas here in Arkansas.
Could it be overvalued? I don't know. Take a look at those price to earnings ratios. Can they continue? Is that reality-based? Should we be worried? Oh, just relax. But be sure to stock up on gasoline and diapers if you can. You could be looking at Soviet grocery shelves soon. And whatever you do, keep ignoring the inflation right in front of you. Oil prices, for example. They've risen 12% in a single month. Steel prices have tripled since last year. Chicken breast prices have doubled just since Biden became president. The price of eggs has increased by almost 5%. Major appliances up almost 15%. Ground beef and fresh fruits both up almost 6%. The median sales price of existing homes has shot up by 16%. And then there's lumber. Have you noticed lumber? Since last year, the price of dimensional lumber has gone up by almost 300%. Want 1,000 board feet? That'll cost you $1,359. That price has never been higher. According to the National Association of Home Builders, the cost of building materials adds more than $35,000 to the price of an average new home. Why is this happening? Well, there's too much cash in the system. That's a big reason for it. When you print too much fake money, the value of that money declines. People start to figure out that it's not real, and you get inflation. That's always true. No one disputes it. The White House just doesn't care. Here's the new Treasury Secretary telling you not to worry about inflation because it's not a concern.
Your mattress should.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. That's all new to me. And if you want my honesty, I really don't know what to believe and what not to believe.
And what not. Have like a little eye tracker cam in the middle where the visor would see out of so it would be bent. And it would track your eye moves, and the mono cam would just as you looked around.
Well, what you could do is hook it up like that, but have your phone hooked up to the suit as well.
Yeah, that too.
You know, and have like this connected, and have this right here.
Yep. Yep. That's the starting scene for my Twitch live streams.
No, it's like molten chocolate.
Hi, Eve.
Yeah, hard pass.
What time is it? 6 o'clock.
6:07.
And the Wake and Bake America 1196, smoking with your family and friends from the Dude Grows. I don't know. I think I'm going to hop off here, though, guys. I mean, they're, going to just relax for the rest of the night.
Oh, we found walnut.
Cheers. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for a Wake and Bake.